Whatever challenges you have, trying to pay rent or your car is about to be repossessed, whatever the case might be, it's very important to remember that there is a force that is bigger than you, that is always on your side. All that we have to do, we have to make sure that we are on the same frequency as that force. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to High Performance. Michael Sepotabani here, your host for the High Performance channel. Today, we are doing the last pillar of our series of the pillars of self-identity. Let me just jog your memory a bit. I said there's 5 of them. Number 1 we have done, which is purpose. Number 2, it was beliefs, which we have done. We have done environment as well, your environment as well, and then we have done relationships. Today, we're going to talk about the last one, which is your spiritual orientation. Spiritual orientation. I saved this one to be the last one simply because it's one of the things that are closest to my heart. So I just want to go slightly back. We spoke about, I said this is a series on pillars of self-identity. When I spoke about this, I was speaking about this thing called the anatomy of excellence. To say that excellence, it has an anatomy. So there are building blocks that contribute to someone being excellent. That's what I was talking about in my first, I think it's one of the very first episodes on this series, or the one before that. I remember quite well. But what I was speaking about there, I was saying that your self-identity is one of the building blocks of excellence. Knowing who you really are is one of the building blocks of you being excellent or exceptional in what you do. That's the reason why we are doing all these pillars of self-identity, because of you need to know what are the things that are actually forming my identity. Your environment is one of them. The relationships you have is one of them. Your purpose is one of them, if not the biggest one. Your belief systems are one of the things that are shaping the person that you are. So today I'm talking about your spiritual orientation. One of the most difficult topics, I believe. Why do I think spiritual orientation is part and parcel of your identity? Normally, what you'll find that, like, if you talk to someone, they'll tell you that I'm a believer, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian, I believe in African spirituality, whatever the case might be. Whatever it is that you have as your roots of your spirituality, they shape the way you see the world. They shape the way you actually show up to the world yourself. A person who is a believer in a Christian faith, they will approach things slightly different as opposed to someone who is a believer in a slightly different faith domination, so to say. So it means your spiritual orientation is one of the most important things. And then I chose the word spiritual orientation on purpose, deliberately. I didn't say your religion. I said spiritual orientation. What are the things that are formulating how you approach the matters of spirituality? And why is spirituality so important? Whenever you realize that as a person who wants to be a high performer in whatever it is that you do, you want a good job, you want to run a successful business, you are an athlete, you wanna win, everything that you want to do, there's always odds that are against you. There's always something that you have to push through, almost all the time. There's always, it's not that things are just given to you just like that, and then everything will just be a bed of roses and it'll be a free flow, and you're not going to have challenges and so on and so forth. Your spiritual orientation is by far one of the things that will actually help you withstand the pressures of life whenever you are trying to win at something. Mark my words, whenever you do not have something that you deem as bigger than you, that is on your side, whenever you are facing tough times, is slightly hard for you to actually push through, because you do not believe that there is a deity or there is a power that is beyond everything that you can possibly imagine, that it is there to aid you in the things that you have to do for yourself or for your life. For me, spiritual orientation, it has been a thing that actually, helped me in so many ways. Let me give you like one of the examples. I remember when I was still studying to be a computer scientist. It was tough, things were not going well and whatnot. And then at the university, they told me, they're like, hey man, by the way, we are sorry, you cannot continue anymore. You didn't pass the subjects correctly. And then as a result, then we're going to invoke your residential thing, so I'll stay in the residence. You're not going to stay there anymore. And then again, you cannot be part of the school anymore. And so what happened now, it is that I had to believe that there was something that was bigger than me, that cared about me so much that it will help me see things through. And I can promise you now today that if you do not have anything that you believe in that is bigger than you, it will be tough for you to actually withstand the pressures of life. Whenever you are under siege, whenever you are under attack, if you do not have something that is bigger than you that you believe in, it's very easy for you to give up. It's very easy for you to throw in the towel and say that no, I can't do this anymore. It's very important, guys, that we start to investigate the things that are shaping matters of our spirituality. And then the matters of your spirituality, like I said, it's not necessarily a religion per se. Nothing, like it's not a religion per se. I remember, who was it? It was Steve Jobs. Yeah, he said that, he was talking about faith. He said that being in business or being an entrepreneur, is by far one of the things that you will need faith for. It's by far one of the best acts of faith that you can ever think of, because you are doing something that you don't know is going to work out. You're doing something that has so many things that you do not know will turn out in what way. So as a result, then you realize that you need to believe in something that is bigger than you. Because if you don't believe in something that is bigger than you, I can promise you now, there will be problems that will appear more superior than you and more bigger than you. And then if you don't think that there is something that's bigger than those problems that is actually on your side, it'll be easy for you to give up. So what is my message today? My message today, it is that I believe that in whatever it is that you're trying to do, as I was giving you an example of my school scenario, which I did not finish. But what I was going to say to you is that after I was promised that I won't be accepted at school, something happened in the 31st of December when people were about to celebrate, going to the next year. Offices at school were closed. Nothing was happening. I got an SMS, I remember very well. It was like 11 o'clock in the morning. I got an SMS telling me that, hey, Mr. Tamani, by the way, this is the University of Pretoria. We are here to inform you that, you are now allowed to actually register in this date next year. And then, by the way, the school owes you so much. I was no longer owing the school, and then I was just accepted, just like that. How it happened, I don't know. So there is a part whereby certain things will actually surpass your logic. There is a part whereby your logic will never be enough. So what I'm trying to say to you, it is that whatever it is that you're trying to do, you want to open a business, you are trying to get your foot into something that you've never done before. You are working in markets that are very competitive. You have people who are sick in your family, whatever the case may be, whatever challenges you have, trying to pay rent or your car is about to be repossessed, whatever the case might be, it's very important to remember that there is a force that is bigger than you, that is always on your side. all that we have to do, we have to make sure that we are on the same frequency as that force, because that force is actually on our side. And then having that thing in your mind as a key, guideline towards the challenges that you face in your life, I believe is very key. So thank you so much. Never give up, never give in. Remember that there is something that is bigger than you, that cares about you, that is always on your side. And I think that is a very important thing to know, so that you don't give up or give in easily. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms, and thank you so much for the support that you've been showing us in the past. This is me, Michael Sepotawani, signing out from High Performance. Thank you.